Hello, hello. Hello, Truth ICC. Hello, Anton Squared Me, Chess Bay. How are you guys? This is going to be the last stream before I go off to Italy tomorrow. Back to the chessboard. Looking forward to it. I haven't played, I've barely touched a piece since leaving Minsk. When did I leave Minsk? A month ago? More than a month ago, a month and a half. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm leaving a bit early. Hi, John Capon. Revolver Ocelot. Um, my ponytail. It's inspired by Simon. It's not very well made. You can see some hair sticking out. Simon used to have this weird man bun. So for jokes, when I streamed with Simon once, I got the same haircut as him, and then I decided I actually quite like it. So there you go. That's my little man bun. um, Tonight's stream won't be quite as long as usual because I'm off tomorrow morning before 6 a.m., which is painful, and I haven't packed yet, as usual. So samurai bun, I like it. Yeah, I haven't packed. What I did do, I just did a little workout. After my Friday night, I decided it was time to get a grip on my life again. So I've started doing a bit of running and lots of water. Water is important, guys. And yeah, just haven't really looked at any chess, but maybe that's for the best. Sometimes I feel it's good. Or maybe that's just what I'm telling myself as an excuse for being so lazy. But I think sometimes it's good to get into a tournament with a fresh mind. I think this is the first time in absolute ages that I'm going to a tournament on my own. I barely know anyone that's playing. It's quite a small tournament, so it should be nice and relaxing. No nonsense. Red Rock Sky, welcome. Mm. And Silver Bullet. Yeah, so it should be nice. There should be nothing to distract me from the chess. I'm going a bit early. The tournament only starts on Friday, I think. So I'll be arriving there tomorrow evening. Pro finisher, how are you? I'm good. I'm very good actually. Yeah, I had a very exciting business a very exciting business meeting yesterday. Can't talk about it too much. A bit to do with chess, but not too much. Just a new opportunity on the horizon for me, which I'm really excited about. I'll be able to tell you more about it in a couple of months. I am coming to Italy. I'm going to Sicily. I was just thinking earlier as I was on the treadmill, I was thinking, is this the moment where I'm going to play the first Sicilian opening of my life? Bonicek, hi from Russia. I don't get too many people watching from Russia. Привет, как дела? While I'm chatting, let me actually put on a tournament. I said tonight wouldn't go on as long as usual, but we will play a 45-minute tournament. I think, as usual, 3+0, that seems to have worked quite well in recent times. Geez, hi there. So we're going to play 45-minute tournament, standard chess, 3+0, time control. Привет, спасибо. Хорошо. That's about where my Russian stops actually. But yeah, the tournament will start at 8:30 in my time zone, 8:30 whatever in yours. And then until then, I'll be taking challenges. So do send them my way. My account's just Fiona. What's Mikey's excuse for not showing up? Mikey is such a busy man these days. He's a family man. He's running a business, shooting films and stuff with drones and what so not. Um, yeah, I can Jespe saying she can swear in Russian. I can swear in Russian. Unfortunately, there was this one time. Wait, let me just set up the tournament. And it's this one time. I'm not sure if I'm even allowed to say this on air, but I was down a London casino. The tournament is created, by the way. So if someone could put the link in the chat, that'd be very kind of you. And do get registered. The more people, the more participants, the more fun the tournament. So yeah, I was down this London casino, and it was very late at night. I'd had a few glasses of wine, and this Russian guy sits down on my table, and I wasn't being flirty or anything. I was just making conversation. So I was like, "Oh, привет," and then I asked him what his name was. I was really fairly drunk, and the guy wouldn't tell me his name, and I was like, what on earth is wrong with you? Why wouldn't you just? I haven't asked anything personal. And so, in my drunken state, also, I think I wasn't aware of how bad a swear word what I was about to say was. So I said to this guy in English, if you don't tell me what your name is, I'm going to call you Hui. And Hui basically means dick in Russian, but I think it's worse than that in Russian. And so when I said this to this guy, he just stood up and left. And I was like, oh dear. And then later Vlad, who's taught me all my Russian swear word knowledge, when he came back to fetch me and I told him what happened, he was like, what's wrong with you? You can't say that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, sorry. Didn't mean any offense. So yeah, flirting successfully for years indeed. Okay, let's see what challenges I have. 5 plus 4, pawn is a pawn. That is true, but that's quite a long time control. Let's get started with a game of bullet. Just get me in the swing of things. Actually, last night I logged on to Lichess. I told you I don't play when I'm not streaming. And I logged on to my Lichess account and I realized my rating was 1900 something. And I was like, that's no good. So what did I do? I got my rating up to, what did I get it up to? I think 2000. Yeah, I stopped when I hit 2000, which was better than nothing. So that's the aim for tonight. Try and maintain my 2000 plus rating. DJ Chessdog, hi, good to see you. Mellow mood dude. And Mate 47. Mate 47, it's been a while. It's been a while since I last saw you. Why did I do this for again? Why did I open the position in front of my king? When I think bishop here is just mate. But okay, let's play on. It's not going to do much good, is it? Oh, that's my rook gone. Yeah, let's resign this game. There is a tournament link. Thank you, Anton. Thank you, Red Rock Sky. It wasn't a good start to the show.
Thanks for fixing this.
Oh, Chespe, thank you so very much. Chespe sent me a message the other day, pointing out that I'd not set up all the donation settings yet. So basically, you could only donate to me via PayPal, but you can now donate with your credit cards, meaning you can remain 100% anonymous. I won't know who you are, which wasn't possible with PayPal. So thanks again to Jasper for pointing this out. And thank you very much for your kind donation. Okay, did I? Okay, new. I don't like playing 1500 guys because they might just be beginners or they might be some GMs signing up just to take the piss. This guy, I already am fairly certain he's not a 1500 player, but it remains to be seen just how good he is. Let's try and bring the knight to d5. Oh, he played already. Didn't. I was saying this the other day. I need to do something about noticing when my opponents have actually played a move. Maybe I shouldn't have taken with that pawn, but okay. I am very bad at. I mean, I often fail to notice that it's my move. If that makes sense. What am I doing? Am I trying to play g5? Probably am. Is it sensible? Probably not. But let's just go for it. I do have a big time advantage, if nothing else. Let's go here. And he resigned. I often do this as well when I have no time. I'm like, fuck this. I'm just gonna resign. I don't want to get flagged. Oh, you are Mello's long lost twin. So what do I pronounce you? Mello? Mellow mood, dude? Um, yeah, that is often, unfortunately, my thought process, even in serious games. So, is this sensible? Mm-mm. Do I want to play this? Uh-huh. Bauerndiplom, free knight. What did I? Could I just take? Did I just play Queen F7 when I could take a free knight? Yes, I did. Thanks for pointing that out. Did I have fun at my friend's reunion, DJ Chess Dog? I did have a lot of fun, but the evening ended. I told you guys it could be a 1 o'clock finish or a 6 a.m. finish. But what happened is we met up at 7 p.m., which was probably too early. I hadn't had a drink in a while. So I had a few wines. And at midnight, my friends took the very wise decision. I'm thankful to them for it. They put me to bed at midnight because I was just I wasn't being stupid or doing silly things, but I was just KO basically. Gira, big fan of you and Simon. Thank you. I messaged Simon to ask if he wanted to join me on stream tonight, but Simon is just back from Dundee and he's off to the British in a couple of days. So he said he needed his sleep this week. So no Simon, but we will try to arrange a stream some point in August when we're both back from our respective tournaments. And yeah, a few wines. I'm not talking in liters. I think I managed to keep count. We were first on this very nice outdoor terrace where I had 5 glasses of wine over 3 hours, maybe. And at 10 o'clock, who showed up? My mom showed up. My mom was funnily meeting friends of hers very close by to where I was meeting my friends. And since my mom knows my friends, she came to have a drink with us. And I was like, oh, damn it, I need to behave. So my mom, she doesn't drink alcohol at all. So I had 1 water when my mom was there, which is probably for the best as well. And then after my mom left, I wish I'd just gotten a ride home with her because I lost my mind shortly after. So I had 3 more glasses and then 1 shot to finish me off. And then we walked downtown where we were meeting a fourth friend of ours. And when we got there, one of my last memories is just falling over as I was walking. And then my friends, they wanted to go to this nightclub, which I really like. Like they play lots of like good 90s pop music, which I love to dance to, especially after a few wines. So I was very eager to go there. But the next day, one of my two best friends told me, he was like, Fiona, you're not really in a state to go there. Active guard, hi. Um, so he was like, we will take you if you promise to be serious and if you promise just to have water, no more alcohol for you. And apparently at that point, I stood up, I was sitting down, and I looked at him and I shouted, I'm very serious. And then I gave him a stare, like, So they were like, okay, let's put Fiona to bed. And of course, I didn't want to go to sleep, so they had to pretend they were all going home. Got a taxi. I always sleep at my friend's Tom's place on a night out. So Tom and I got out the taxi. Tom put me to bed. And then eventually was like, oh, I'm going for another drink. And I was like, what? And turned out the other two guys were just waiting in the taxi. And they just fooled me into thinking everyone was going to sleep. But in hindsight, it was probably for the best, as I was really. I didn't do anything stupid. I just wish, besides putting me to bed, they had taken my phone off me because I did quite a lot of texting and I had to do quite a bit of apologizing and explaining the next day. Would I agree with the main idea of chess strategy is activity of the pieces, open lines, weak pawns and squares, bishop pair, develop bishops before knights? Well, surely you should develop your knights before your bishops, but and don't move same piece twice are both least active piece. In general, I would agree with that, I guess. Also, you can add to that, don't move your queen too early in the opening. But yeah, all in all, I'd agree. I don't think you can, except for I'm confused. I mean, usually you're supposed to develop your knights first, I think. Yeah. So, but other than that, all of this sounds like sound advice. Right, what else? Are we going to stick to bullet before the tournament starts? Let's play Gokchi. Have I played Gokchi before? Rings a bell, but apparently I haven't played him or her. Is everyone challenging me with white again? I was already complaining to my good friend Asios the other day. I had 4 blacks in a row, I think. I don't know if people are all setting their their settings so that I get oh, that's a free bishop. That is my bishop. Okay, and now what? What next? Check. Did I have to allow this? Probably not. I'm going to have to give up my exchange. It's terrible. I've made a right mess out of this one. He's just going to probably take here. Now he's threatening check. This isn't the best of preparations before the tournament, is it? Almost put that bishop here. Dear, oh, dearie me. Dearie, dearie, dearie me. Why? Why, oh, why? Okay, I'm going to resign. This is going to cost me a lot of rating points. How much? I don't even want to know. Okay, let's get a rematch. I just won a piece, and after winning a piece, I lost in about 5 moves. When did I get my title, Red Rocket Sky? I got my Woman I Am title back in 2010. And I know this because I actually researched this today as I was having a Skype interview with Ben Johnson for his Perpetual Chess podcast, which I recommend you checked out. I was also I was listening to some old ones yesterday in preparation. And one of the podcasts I listened to yesterday was the one of Thibaut. Thibaut, the founder of Lichess, Thibaut Duplessis. And thanks to Thibaut, I discovered this band called Coco Passion, a French band. Wouldn't know how to describe their genre. They're very unique. And so I sent Thibaut a message to thank him for introducing me to them. He just sent me a link to the entire album. So I will check that out. No, this is fine actually. I will check the album out after the stream, but very funny band. What's the best way to go on about this? Like this, maybe? There must have been better ways to do this, but it should be okay. Should be. Need to get this knight out of the way. This was just mate into queen h6, queen g7. But I'm not sure how he can stop me from mating him anyway. This is just mate in one. Okay, let me quickly catch up with the chat. I was just saying blah blah blah. Anton, I always thought it was knights on the rim are dim, not grim. But maybe again, could be a difference between American English and British English. Black cats. Yeah, I'm not scared. I'm not. I think I'm one of the few chess players who doesn't have any superstitions. Superstitions? Yeah. Chess players overall are ridiculously superstitious. I don't even want to go into any stories of people not changing underwear as long as they don't lose the game, etc., etc. But I heard some pretty bad stories over the year. Oh, it wasn't rated. That's why I didn't lose. Well, I don't know. The tournament will be rated. I was just accepting some random challenges, Razor, so that would explain why they weren't rated. I wasn't really wasn't really paying any attention. Do I speak French? Absolutely. Let me, if I look into my drawer here on my desk, don't tell me I lost my passport. That would be bad news. I actually, I own 2 passports. I think the 2 I found here are both expired, so they are old ones. But this, of course, is my main one, Luxembourgish passport. But then I also hold a French passport. I have a dual citizenship. My mom is French, so yeah, I do speak French. Lucky bra. Is that? Are we speaking just one bra? Chess Bay. The French band I was talking about is Coco Passion. Let me put it here. I checked them out. They play some interesting, upbeat, happy music. DJ Chess Talk. Besides my native French and Luxembourgish, I speak German, English, and un poquito español. Learned Spanish for 3 years at school. Almost forgotten everything, but a bit of practice should sort me out. Please say something in French. Like I'm definitely not gonna say that in French. Actually, if there are French people in the passport, no, I also have 2 valid passports, but I wonder where my French one is. Because usually I travel with the Luxembourgish one, which is why I thought the French one should be in the drawer. But it isn't, which is slightly concerning. I will need to look for my French passport after the show. Hopefully I didn't lose that. Yeah, when I speak French, I actually j'ai un petit accent quand je parle français, surtout là, quand on me demande de parler français comme ça. So yeah, I have a little accent since I don't really speak much French. Right. I'm not going to take any more challenges. The tournament is starting in just a minute. How's my Icelandic? Terrible. I can say raskat maskat, which I don't think means anything, and yow, and that is about it. I do have an accent, Le Charpentier. I mean, I like to think I'm fluent, but with a tiny accent. I've gone quiet because I'm trying to think when the last time I saw my French passport was. I'm pretty sure when Ah, I think I might have hidden it in a very clever place. I went backpack traveling in June, and I think I might have put it in a hidden pocket in the backpack. So I'll go and check that out after the stream. Good thing your questions are reminding me of rather important details. Yeah, it's quite handy having two passports actually. I've never been to like Iran or Israel, but I think when you go to these sort of places, two passports come in handy, especially if you wanted to go to the US after going to Iran or vice versa. Can we have maybe the link one last time in the chat of the tournament? Let's see how many. Oh, the tournament's already started. How can I always miss the start of my own tournament? Embarrassing. How many players do we have? 25 for now. Let's see if we can make it a few more. Is anyone here? I know. Right, let's wait. I think when I streamed the other day, I didn't get a single Grand Prix, which was sad. I think on my streams I've played lots of bishop openings, but let's go back to an old love of mine, the Scotch Gambit. Probably playing this when I've forgotten all about it isn't the best idea. I used to know the theory of this, but I'm not sure I do any longer. I'm not sure if the chat has died on me or if it's just gone quiet. In this position, I always wonder if I have another clever move instead of taking here, but maybe not. Yeah, so what's happened now is one of the reasons I gave up on this beautiful opening, because very often I would find myself being a pawn down and not really having much compensation. I think here I do actually have some compensation, but very often I'd just be are you all playing? That makes sense, of course. Adiemos, thanks for pointing out the obvious. Dear me. So he took because I was threatening to take on f6, followed by checkmate. I'm not going to give up this knight. I'm going to bring it to f5. Didn't Kasparov once say that once you have a knight on f5, you almost won the game? So the only way now to stop checkmate is rook g8. Then I'm going to take on oh, no, I'm not going to take on f7 because that pawn is defended. Lucky I saw that. I was thinking, oh, I'm almost winning. Life is good. But okay, I still think I have very good compensation here. Going to bring my rook to the d file. I need to get my king out of harm's way. Can I play this? Is a check on f3 a big deal? Let's find out. I'm going to play king h1 next, I think, no matter what. Okay, let's get the king out of the way. And I want to chase his knight, but then he will play knight g4. Maybe I should have played f3. f3 would take away all his squares. It's weird, this position, because they say with opposite-colored bishops are good in an attacking position, but I'm not sure who is attacking who here. We both have some play. Okay, I'm going to now give up my bishop though, I think. And now play f4. This could get dangerous, but I think it's okay for now. Can I play this? Let's see. Need to get my queen out of the pin. At some point I'm going to go queen h5. This is annoying, of course. This is annoying, of course. I didn't see I was giving up that square. Damn it. I've really messed this one up. Really messed this one up. Can I not even defend that pawn? No, I can't. I mean, both those pawns. This pawn is pretty much unstoppable. Yep. I mean, he's just going to take and push this guy. Do I really want to play on a rook down? Probably not. Not sure why I'm doing this to myself and to my opponent. It was close. Maybe if I... It was very close. But kudos to Red Rock Sky. I didn't even realize I was playing you. It takes ages to get a pairing. I'm sure that will improve over time. Bakuz, good to see you. Welcome. Are you playing Razor? Of course, I would like to. Shall we go berserk? Let's try and go berserk. Of course, I would love to get the woman GM title. That is my next goal. Oh, dearie. Okay. I was thinking, why did I go berserk? Why? Maybe it's smarter to resign, actually. Let's resign. It's not much fun playing with half your time and a second down. What do I think about the removal of women titles? I was talking about that today on the podcast with Ben, and actually my take on thing is it's probably going to be disappointing, but I don't really care too much either way. I think the titles are fine, but if they removed them, I also wouldn't mind. So, um, yeah, I've never really given much thought. Zernix. Okay, let's try and go berserk another time. Zernix, an old friend. Haven't seen Zernix in the chat for a while. But yeah, not too fussed about women titles, I have to say. Okay, at least I'm going to get f5 in. You know, whenever I get f5 in, I'm a happy camper. Even happier when they let me push f4. So I'm hoping that's what Zernix is going to do. And g5. Get everyone in the game. I guess Zernix is going to start thinking. Yeah, Aliza Melekina, I saw that article. I was actually just reading the article and the comment section of her article on ChessBase last night, and I was thinking they're giving her a really hard time. Um, I found the article through a tweet by Jennifer Shahadi, who was saying she couldn't believe the stick Aliza was getting. So yeah, it was pretty shocking, I thought. So for that reason, that and many others, I'm just keeping out of the entire debate. Don't want to get involved. Um, don't really have much of an opinion, if I'm honest. So I was just thinking, I'll keep out of this. Just stick to my streams. Answer your questions here. I'm not going to write uh, any articles about this. Where is this king going? Am I going to end up in trouble if I go g4? Maybe. I like my position, but I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with it. Not quite sure why I'm letting his knight get here. But okay. Well, you know, Chespe, it's funny because I always say I've never felt any animosity from guys. Okay, maybe I was lucky, but um, yeah, I've always felt very welcome and very happy in the chess world. So it's sad, of course, if that's not the case for everyone. What am I doing? What am I doing? Patzer sees check. Patzer gives check. Very low on time. Also, I don't have the greatest of positions at all. Where's this rook going? I don't know. Let's go here. Got there. That was, I would say, pretty undeserved. Sorry about that, Zernix. Um, Baku's ever been hit on by a famous player? Maybe I'll answer that if I ever have a. No, I'll never. I mean, even if I'd been drinking, I probably wouldn't answer that. A bit of gossip is good, but if I can, I like to avoid gossiping about myself. prefer gossiping about others. Um, yeah, of course, he will get creeps. I guess that unfortunately is hard to avoid. Forgot to go berserk. I'm being met by my own weapons here. Don't like it when they do this to me. But okay, you can go F4. I'll go F5 anyway. Hello, I think this is David in the chat. Hello, David. Bonsoir. Comment ça va? Sometimes I wonder if I'm ever going to do any streams in French. I don't know if there is any demand or if Blitzstream is already taking up the entire market. I'll go a6 next, so I can, yeah, too late. I was gonna say I was gonna play a6 to meet a5 with b5, but this might be okay as well. Probably okay. Do a stream with chess bros. Actually, I was going to anyway talk to Eric in the Isle of Man because I'd love to visit Canada regardless of the chess bros being there. So I was thinking if I go to Canada, why not try and do some streams with them? Would be a lot of fun. I am friends with all of the guys. One of the reasons one of the first reasons I wanted to, oops, I told Robin I was going to visit him. He's going to take a semester, some university close to Toronto, I think. So yeah, I would love to do a stream with the chess bros. Would be fun. Are there any French chess streams? Well, I think Blitzstream, aka Kevin Bordy, does some, um, but I'm not sure how many really. Also, not sure about my position. Luckily, I'm a minute up on the clock, but I don't like it. I don't like getting attacked. I'm the one who likes having the attack. Ah, Queen's University. Thanks, Chess Bay. That's the one. That is the one. What's he want to do? He wants to come here somehow, but he will need to get his queen on the h file first, I guess. That's a cheap trick. Pawn is a pawn. I'm just going to get out of the way. And now he's going to take here and take on h6. It's hopeless. Probably going to try and swap queens just because I feel I'm the one who's under attack here. And try and shamelessly flag pawn is a pawn. How did I get good at chess? Well, good. I'm not sure about good, but oh, I'm really dropping everything here. Yeah, I was saying I'm not sure about good, but I think everything I know I learned from Grandmaster Vlastimir Jansa. He was my first coach, really one of my only coaches ever. And he taught me everything I know, which might not be much, but everything I'm playing the worst moves. It's like I'm playing anti-chess, basically. If there is a move, oh, luckily my opponent returned the favor, because this was dreadful. Jabava won a nice game today in Copenhagen. Yeah, I haven't been following that tournament at all. Really should. Yeah, sorry about that. Pawn is a pawn. Totally outplayed me. Totally outplayed me. How am I doing in the tournament? I'm in 6th place. That's not so bad. I see one of my best friends is online. Let's see if he's playing in the tournament. I won't tell you who he is, but I don't think he's playing. Shame on him. What does this mean? That they've... Okay. Still need to learn my way around. Saint-Tropez. Oh, finally. Can we get a Grand Prix? Please, G6, G6. Yes. Now I'm happy. Should have gone berserk. If I knew what was coming, I would 100% have gone berserk. I think we're once again going to end up in the position I was telling you the other day. I've had this a million times in my life. It's not exactly this one, but it's very similar. Very similar. Basically, in the Grand Prix, the idea is always the same. What do I want to do? I want to bring my queen to h4, want to bring my bishop to h6, my knight to g5, and checkmate. And when I was young, I was amazed at how often this worked. Like, it's such a straightforward plan. And look what Black is doing. He's provoking me. It's just not giving a shit about any of my threats here. So you just need to find the right order to do things, basically. And here the attack is even stronger because this bishop is still on the diagonal. It's a monster. So you need to, at the right moment, well, this isn't great because I'm just going to take on f7, probably with the knight. But even if he hadn't done this, now what do we take? This guy, probably. Even if he hadn't allowed this, I think he was already in big trouble here. Now, what's the best way to go on? Let's give another check. I think I'm just going to come back here and take here. Just be careful I don't get mated on g2 or anything, but maybe I can explain how to counter the Grand Prix attack. No, I can't. Sorry about that. You're not going to learn how to counter the Grand Prix attack here. Maybe I can take on f6. Let's see, just for fun. Maybe I shouldn't do things like this for fun, but I'm fairly certain it should work. Also, and even if it doesn't work, I'm just giving up. Just giving up an exchange. Am I trying to take the food out of the plate? Out of my plate? Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. Not very kind of him. Check. I could go on about this the boring way, and I probably will. But then my bishop's hanging in the end. Okay, so what if I get out of the way? What then? Let's find out. And now we need to find the checkmate, I guess. Is it just check? I think it's just checkmate in one. I could even go here, but this is checkmate as well. Because of this, I mean, look at this king. Not a happy camper. Yeah, don't take the food off my Grand Prix plate. Okay, I'm up to 5th. I think my life goal, one of my life goals, is to once win one of my own tournaments. That'd be a very happy day. Ilya Nizhnik is now following. I wonder if that's the real Ilya Nizhnik. I would be very surprised, but never know. Terminoil. Hello. Hello. ¿Qué pasa? As you can tell, I'm in high spirits tonight. I think I'm always in high spirits before I'm off on a journey. Is this guy going? Well, this is of course one of the ways to meet the Grand Prix. I think the Grand Prix is a lot stronger if Black goes d6. If you don't go d6 at all, then first of all, well, I'm going to go here. I should have just taken his knight a lot earlier. Was so confused by Ilya Nizhnik joining the show. I wish I could show photos here. Actually, I'm not sure if Ilya would be happy, but I have very funny photos of the first time I ever saw Ilya, and he will not remember this, but it was in Herceg Novi back in 2006? 5 or 6. I was there both years. And I have some very funny photos of him. So if he doesn't mind, I might look them up after the tournament. That's putting a lot of pressure. In some ways, I prefer when there's no one good watching when I play. This Grand Prix hasn't gone perfectly yet, but I think there's still potential. Yeah, I guess you won that Wouldn't be surprised. And it's a photo of you with your teddy bear, and it's so cute. Um, right, can I go f5? Of course, I always want to go f5. I'm not sure how good it is here. I'm slightly concerned about this bishop, this pawn becoming too much of a monster, but we'll find out. I look ill? Ah, you're joking. I hadn't read to the end of that. Look who's above me. The bad fish. Who's the bad fish? Is that you? Is that you? Right. Yeah, can I? Probably I'll play e5 before he has the chance to take. Um, and play this, but this hasn't gone well. This hasn't gone well at all. I just realized I dropped below 2000 again as well. How do we try and rectify this? What I am going to try to do is, yeah, I think a lot of people remember the bear. Maybe I'll show it later if you don't mind. And thank you. Do you stream as well? I don't know if Ilya streams. Yeah, yeah, Blaze a Row is my my benefactor. I don't even know Blaze a Row personally, but I might meet him. Simon's Crazy Crypt tournament is coming up in November, so I very much hope to meet Blaze a Row there. And yes, those are all individual donations. Since I'm not really getting any from anyone else, or not very often, he's taking up a lot of that space on the top bar there. And also, if you, I'm starting to like my position. Let's focus just a little bit. What was I saying? Maybe I should have put my rook in. Who needs rooks? I don't. Yeah, well, I guess Blaze a Row would be happy for other people to donate, so he could take more of a backseat. I feel he's just feeling sorry for me. Um, but yeah, I mean, in the long term, of course, it would be great to get more donations, but I have really just started out doing this in the grand scheme of things. Let's try and win this game before I... Oh. Oh. Oh, oh. Oh. Bungled it. Absolutely bungled it. Bungled it some more. No clue what's going on now. This is going to come down to time scramble. In which I should really keep the upper hand. I think. Oh, no. Ah, God, that's so hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. How can he play so many moves in such a short? He managed to. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like, I was looking at the clock and he was under a second. He's so fast. Kudos to BTP. That was embarrassing. Wow. Well played. Well played. Ah, Jirka has to leave before the finish. Well, thanks for tuning in. And this will be my last stream in a little while, as I said, off to Italy in the morning. But I'm going to stream as soon as I come back. I'm back late on the 7th of August, meaning I'm going to stream on the 8th and the 9th of August. So what's that? Two weeks from now. So hopefully see you then. Thank you. Am I? God, dear it. Razor, you're such a joker. Yeah, don't. You know how much I hate. Know how much I hate swapping queens. Especially, I didn't just swap queens. I think this is already really bad for me. My laptop just died as well. This is going well. Joking, this isn't going well at all. I need to get the check back. And I need to sort out this position. Really, really, really need to get an opening as black against d4. Because this is just dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Not sure where I'm going with my king. Not sure what on earth I'm doing. And it doesn't change it. What is this? Yeah. Words fail. I mean, I'm just being quiet because I don't know what to say about the way I've played this. I literally am lost for words. It might, like in the end, it might turn out I've survived the worst here, I think. But still, shouldn't find myself in positions like this. Knight is going to, I'm not sure where it's going, but. This has actually worked out okay-ish, except for the fact his knight is going to probably jump to b6. Oh, almost didn't notice my knight was hanging here. Need to find a... Oops. That's a pity.
Love your show.
Thank you so much, Ivan. Very, very kind of you. It's probably more to love with my show than with my chess. What I'm doing here is embarrassing. Really embarrassing. Could I hold this ending? Maybe I can, but it's going to be hard. Not quite sure yet how He's breaking through it probably just like that. F5. Yeah, this must be lost. Still a bit of work to be done, but I don't think I can save this. You never know. You never know. How do you defend this pawn now? Okay. Okay. Not sure what's going on here. This has become really interesting. Whoa. Whoa. Really messed this one up. Oh, mouse slip. I mouse slipped. I mouse slipped. Yep, and draw. Ah, pity. Yeah, but thanks again to Ivan for the donation. Very kind of you. It's about time I win a game. Still in the top 10, but dropping 10 rating points. I need to get back to 2000. 9 minutes remaining. How many players? 55. Dr. Random in the lead. I think those guys, they just know how to use Berserk. I'm terrible. I barely ever use it, and when I do, often ends badly. Not going to use it against Messi answer. A bit too strong. I'm going to try and just... Okay, what I will try is I will try to take him down with the wing gambit. If I can't trust in the wing gambit anymore, and I like this, Ivan donated before following. That is very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. What is this? I've never seen that reaction to the wing gambit. Very strange stuff, this. I reckon I'm doing well. If I go h4, can he take? Probably wouldn't take if I were him, but what do I know? There he goes, just takes. But I think this is going to be dangerous for him. Very dangerous. I'm going to take on g7 next. But yeah, Razor is being very, very pick up E. Okay, so take. What's he going to do? This will not end well for you, Messi answer. I'm not going to let you get away with this one. Just need to think what the best way to deal with this is. But look at that king. I think I'm even up material. Yeah, I mean, I think the wing gambit is one of these openings that isn't very correct. But if black is unsure how to meet it, it can become very, very effective. I let him get this check in now, but still feel everything is under control. This bishop is defending c2, this bishop is defending c1, the knight is defending c3. Okay, so what if I play rook c1? He's going to take here. Let me think about it. Tarak. I feel like this should give me enough play. I'm going to meet queen takes by rook c7. But rook c7. Is queen check here annoying? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Not overly sure about what I'm doing here. If I lose this game, I'm going to rage quit the tournament. I really am. Is the stream over? Don't tell me the stream froze. I think it should be fine. Um, Now, how do I... Okay, let's play this move. Just take away his check. And I might be threatening... Probably I'm threatening rook h8. I'm going to outpluck this anyway, just make sure my laptop doesn't die on me. Rook h8 instead of bishop f6. Yeah, maybe immediately. That's true. Ah, damn it. Damn it. Bishop g6 maybe. Slightly concerned about his queen getting a lot of checks now, but maybe there aren't so many actually. Where do I go? Shouldn't get mated. That's one of the things I should look out for. And I shouldn't get flagged. Struggling to see a check for him now. What does he do now? Where is the damn mate? Where is the damn mate? Can't see the mate. This is dreadful. I don't want... Oops. That was dreadful as well. That was dreadful as well. You've just seen my flagging skills. They're absolutely terrible. Oh, God. Where was the mate? Mate in 2. We'll have to check that out later. Dear me, I really need to do some tactics. Oh, flagged him with under a second to go. Yeah, Bauerndiplom. I really should do more tactics. Rook d8, rook e7, mate. Terrible mouse, yeah, Jesus. Sorry, Anton. That was hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. The pressure is real. Oh, dearie me. Oh no, I don't actually know. I've just started playing the Caro-Kann. I don't actually know how to meet. F3. Oh dear. Spoiled cat. Well, you say you missed the stream, but the stream is still on. There will be another, but only when I'm back. I think I need to... Asios. I'm glad. Were you just watching a second ago? I hope you weren't, because it was bad. It was really bad. Yeah, there will be another tournament. What did I say? When did I say I was back? The next stream will be on 8. This is terrible as well. I'm just getting checkmated, basically. There will be... just wondering if I can trick my opponent. If he takes here... Ah, but he's going to take here first. If he takes here first, yeah. I was thinking I could take here with Jack, but now that doesn't work at all. But okay, at least I'm not getting mated just yet. It's probably coming up. Yeah, I was going to say next stream, 8th of August. Oh, spoiled cat, you're too kind. Too kind. Okay, can we get... Of course, if we can swap queens, I'll still have a bad position, but at least I'm not getting mated. Which would be a success considering how the opening went. Just look at these poor pieces, they're never getting out. Ever. Never gonna let you out, never gonna... Don't even know what to do. I think this is basically just resigns. Because I can't stop his rook from coming to f1. Yeah, I'm going to resign. That was dreadful. Do I have time for a last game? How much longer? No, it's over. It is over. Tournament was won. Did I finish on the first page? Yeah, I came 9th. There's still a lot of room for improvement, but congratulations to El Columbio, 30 points, followed by Dr. Random and Kurlak. So congratulations to all of them. Yeah, Bishop takes h6, LA brainwashed. Seemed to be completely winning as well, but I think what he did was fine. Thanks to everyone who took part. I'm going to stick around for maybe another 15, 20 minutes. Just chit-chat. If you have any questions, I will be away for 2 weeks, so any questions, ask me now. Send me your challenges. I will be playing a bit. And then that is it. I'm off to my tournament. I only have one challenge at the moment, Acris. I'm not going to play 5-minute games, just too long. Let's see if there are some other names. Got Gokchi. Gokchi was in the chat earlier, I think. Why can't I get to the next page? What did I do? Somehow I can't seem to get to the other page, the next page. But anyway, yeah, send me your challenges. We're going to have some more fun. And then I'm off to pack. Haven't packed. I need to leave tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Even before 6 a.m. I'm flying from Brussels. So getting a train to Brussels, then flying. Let's try the wing gambit one more time since that worked so wonderfully well. Then flying out to Rome and on to Palermo. From Palermo airport, I'll get a bus to Trapani, and I need to do 2 things. I need to find my French passport, which we were talking about earlier, and I need to message the tournament organizer to find out how I'm getting to the venue and where I'm staying. How is taking a train flying? Mellow mood dude. I love both. I personally prefer flying. I love flying. I fly quite a lot as well. I sometimes think of Amsterdam airport as really my second home. I might spend almost as much time in Amsterdam. Okay, it's threatening to take here. Going to get out of that pen. Can we go g4? g4 is another of those not really sensible moves, but I really want to play them anyway. So let's just go for it. Yeah, for a second I thought I could meet that with bishop g5, but of course I can't because he's taking here. So what do we do instead? Maybe bring the knight here? What's my knight doing here? Not sure yet. We'll find out. Yeah, well, mellow mode, dude. I can relate to that because I love flying. So mellow mode, dude is saying he doesn't like the idea of being 1,000 feet in the air with no control. Um, in general, I love flying, but there was one day where I was absolutely sure my plane was going to crash. And that was the most terrifying experience of my life. Um, I was basically just sitting there shaking. There were no turbulences. I quite enjoy turbulences, which might sound a bit weird, but the plane was too quiet. Basically, I felt like we were floating rather than flying, and I'd been asleep for the first part of the journey, and then I woke up and I opened the window pane, and I felt we were barely moving. And I mean, I don't know anything about planes from a technical point of view. That was nice to allow me that tactic. I hope I didn't miss anything, but seems to be working. And I basically thought either the engines are off or we've run out of fuel or something. And yeah, they sometimes, apparently they do this. I found out later. That is correct. And I was just convinced we were going to crash. And I mean, I'd flown 100 times in my life at that point. This was only a few years back. I was just, I was sure we were going to crash. And it was terrifying because you have, as you said, you have no control at all. So basically, I was just sitting there, shaking, and have like the thoughts that were crossing my mind were thoughts like, at what altitude will I be able to call my mom? So yeah, it wasn't nice. But luckily that just happened once. Okay, now how do we deal with this? Let's bring the queen here. That seems like a good square for the queen. And okay, let's just make sure h2 remains defended. Can I go here? Probably. I think there's no mate, so I can probably take here. That's the second wing gambit of the night that's gone rather well. David Cohen is asking if I still comment on chess tournaments. Yeah, I did comment on the Singfield Cup with Fabien in French last year, which was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, that's not happening this year. But I will be commentating. My next commentary gig is at the Isle of Man, which I can tell you it's a very strong tournament. But the last time I tried to show the players list, my computer crashed 3 times in a row. But that will be very exciting. It's the strongest open tournament of the year, maybe one of the strongest ever, with Kramnik, Anand, Nakamura, Wesley So, Fabiano Caruana, MVL for you French guys out there. Yeah, Catch Rocket Blue, the classic. Will any medical doctors approach the cockpit? I never had that, but I can imagine it's quite scary. Yeah, there is. Anton is pointing out there was a scary. I had We had an aborted landing when we flew into Minsk in early June, and that was quite scary actually. And we were flying Air Belavia, the Belarus company, so we were sort of, there were very strong winds. It was a small plane, and I was sitting on the left side by the window, and I suddenly saw the landing stripe or whatever you call it, landing. What help me out? What do you call it? The landing, the landing, whatever. Yeah, thanks for the link, Power and Diploma. I'm not going to open it. Uh, But yeah, we totally, at the runway, thank you. We totally missed the runway. So we took off again. The plane was shaking like hell. And the pilot just didn't say a word. Yeah, I think landing strip's probably the one I used. The runway is the one I was looking for. And the pilot just didn't say a word. So we circled for another 20 minutes and eventually landed. But I like how he just failed totally and didn't offer a word of explanation. And there were quite a lot of jazz players on that flight. Jabava, Mr. Cool himself, was looking rather queasy. Arkady Neidich wasn't looking happy. Etienne Bacro was sitting next to me. Maze was behind me. And all of us were just sort of looking at each other and like, what's going on? But made it. We survived. Okay, probably last game of the night. Let's make it a bullet game, unless I lose. Then I'll play one more. But I really need to pack, and I need to do a few things for my parents before I go as well. So it's going to be a short night. Thank you to everyone who's new, who's followed tonight. I very much appreciate it. As I said, I will be streaming more in the future. I'm really enjoying those shows. It's a great community here. And yeah, off to play some chess tomorrow. Hopefully I can carry on the way. I'm quite happy with the way I was playing in May and June. So I hope I can keep it up. For the last game, we will try, of course, to checkmate my opponent. What else? What else? It's probably the only thing I know how to do. Or at least I try. I always give mating my opponent my very best shot. It's looking promising. It's looking very promising. How do we get these guys into the game? Here? What I want to do, of course, is eliminate this bishop. I won on time already. Thanks for the game, Kanake. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Yeah, let's talk. Before I go, we can quickly talk about Mellow Mood due to saying Magnus Carlsen playing in the World Cup. Yeah, how does that even work if he wins the tournament? I've been reading up about this quite a lot. It's so complicated, the entire candidate situation and how to qualify. One of the things I was wondering is if Magnus does qualify for the candidates, is he allowed to play if he wants to? That's one of the things that I'm not sure about. Fiona is so nice if she talks, but in chess she just wants to kill somebody. That, I think, is a pretty accurate description of how it works. But yeah, I don't know how it is. I don't know if Magnus is allowed to play in the candidates if he wanted to. No, he's not allowed. Okay. Yeah, so I think as far as I've understood, if Magnus goes to the final, there will be a match for third place in the World Cup, and the third place finisher will qualify. That is my understanding of the situation, but I'm really looking forward to this. I have to say, we have an exciting time coming up chess-wise. The Sinkfield Cup starting fairly shortly. Biel is on the way. There's so much stuff going on these days. This tournament in Denmark we were talking about earlier. Ah, yeah, of course, he already qualified by rating, that's true. Um, the Kasparov coming back to the competition for the Sinquefield Rapid and Blitz. And then the World Cup. I mean, as a chess fan, I have to say the World Cup is by far my favorite event to follow. It's just, especially every third day, the tie breaks. I absolutely love watching those. I will be in Corsica at the time, enjoying a detox holiday, preparing for the Isle of Man for my commentary gig, and just doing more streams. Maybe we can even do some live commentary streams at the time if there's enough interest. Yeah, Olympiad is good too. I can't really talk about that, Turk, because I've played in every Olympiad. So it makes it hard. Makes it hard to follow it when you're playing. But following the World Cup for me is a highlight. True 5cc, you're back just when I was about to go. Didn't do anything exciting. Some silly games, some successful wing gambits, few successful Grand Prix attacks, and that is about it. Some embarrassing blunders as well. But all in all, it's been fun as usual. We were just talking about Magnus playing in the World Cup. I was saying how excited I was about that. And I wish I could stay longer, but my alarm is ringing. I can't even calculate. 7, 8 hours from now? And I still have loads to do. I haven't even started packing. So yeah, the Grand Prix does just win, actually, that is correct. Yeah, I remember that as well when Hu Yifan was afraid of me. We played against China in the first round in Baku. I got a very decent position against Juve and June. So yeah, Olympiads are always good, of course. Mate47, thanks for the stream and have fun in Italy. Yeah, Italy it is. Sicily, to be precise. Yeah, I'm not very good at packing in 15 minutes. I have done that, but mostly when I need to leave again. I last year at the Isle of Man, it was very fun. Well, it wasn't so funny for Anna, but the last morning I was sharing a taxi to the airport with Anna Skabrnic from Slovenia and Arno, the arbiter from Belgium. And let's just say we had a big party the night before, and I totally overslept my alarm. I'm not even sure I'd remembered to set an alarm. So Anna came knocking on my door. I was fast as, do you say fast asleep? Yeah, I think so. Fast asleep when she knocked on the door. I opened the door and she looked at me because she could tell immediately my room was a mess. I hadn't packed. I was deep asleep and the taxi was standing outside the door waiting. So yeah, fast asleep. Thanks, True 5cc. And she was like, Fiona, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm not coming. I think I was still drunk I was like, I'm not coming. I was like, why is she waking me up? It's so early in the morning. And she's like, what do you mean you're not coming? And she's like, the taxi is there. And I was like, I'm not leaving. And then I was like, hold on. I am actually leaving. I need to get on that taxi. So yeah, I packed in about maybe 5 minutes at the time. I did have a lot of stuff. I always these tournaments like the Isle of Man, when it's cold, you need more clothes. Like tomorrow is fine. It shouldn't take me too long to pack because summer is easy. It's like 10 days. Okay, you bring 5 dresses, 2 pair of shorts, a couple of t-shirts, and that's done. But when the weather is cold and when you're doing commentary, then it takes. I take a big suitcase to the Isle of Man, I can tell you that. So it took 5 minutes, but I made the flight thanks to Anna. And yeah, I think that's all for my packing stories for now. Don't really want to go. I always enjoy the streams. But I will be back 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks from now, back streaming. Tuesday night, the 8th of August. So I'm hoping to see you there. Until then, if you are playing somewhere, best of luck. If not, just enjoy your summer. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to everyone who subscribed tonight. Thanks to Jasper and Igor for their donations. Very kind of them. And Merci David. And yeah, thanks for all the kind messages. As always, very much appreciated. It's been fun. It's an emotional farewell, but I'll be back very soon. For now, that's all. Take care. Enjoy your evenings or your days wherever you are. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye.